Hello Aquarius, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your Christmas special reading, tarot reading. I designed those short videos specifically for this festive period, for the end of December 2017 and how you're going to get into the January 2018. And yeah, I'll just shuffle the cards and we'll see what's, I'll keep that card, and we'll see what's going to happen to you during this period. Okay, let's just shuffle a little bit more. I did reshuffle them before. Okay, I've got two main cards for the reading, which would represent the main theme. And then we'll have the Hermit, Ace of Wands, Four of Cups, 6, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Wow, it's not what I expected. A lot of Pentacles, a lot of things happening. The main theme is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is telling me that there's something new you started, some sort of beginning of some new creative project. Either you started some sort of new adventure, new entrepreneurial sort of project or something like this. Or it's also sometimes talks about children, so maybe a child is significant. This is Leo, Aries or Sagittarius because the wands represents the fire sign. So that could be significant. Or, you know, as I said, it's a start of something. All the pages is something new in our life, something which we just started on the very early stages. And then the second card, which I have got as a main theme for this period, is the Nine of Cups. Well, it's all being very happy, content, having the, if you notice, there's 9 cups behind this, guy sitting there, and every cup is full of positive emotions. He is happy, he's jolly. The only sort of message behind this, card is, I understand it's a Christmas period, it's a festive period when there's a lot of parties, it's a lot of get-togethers with friends, family, and so don't overindulge, because if you see he's quite chubby, so don't overeat, don't overdrink during this period, dear Aquarius. So that's what I've got for you. So yes, and let's see what we have for you over here. The first card for you is the Hermit. The Hermit is telling me that it's time for you to look inside of you. It's a very spiritual card, and we do sort of prone to sort of spirituality during it. It is a spiritual period as well. It's a religious period, you know, the Christmas, if you are a believer, then it's for you, it's quite a religious period and spiritual as well. It's a time of resurrection and, all the birth of Jesus Christ, or if you're not Christian, you just might just celebrate it as the period of holidays. So yes, and it tells you to use that lantern which he's holding in his hand. Use that light and look inside yourself and reassess, evaluate what's your values in life, what's been happening all during this year, what served to you, what didn't serve, and what experiences you gained out of this year, how you're planning to move into the next year, 2018. Also talks about, because it's a very busy period, that maybe from time to time it's actually nice to be a hermit. It's nice to sort of withdraw from the crowd, from your environment, friends and family, and get that solitude and sort of think a little bit more deeply about yourself, about, as I said before, about your values. It's very sort of a very good card. It's also a card of Virgo, so Virgo person could be very significant for you during this period. And if here you just started this project, then this Ace of Swords tells me about that. Here we are. That's a new beginning. that's a new beginning of something very creative, very sort of, and we're prone during, as I said before, we're prone during this period giving that New Year resolution that I'm going to change my life, I'm going to change my job, I'm going to change my family situations because I'm not happy, or I'm going to do this and that. And it looks like you are going to make that resolution and you will go ahead with that in future because the Ace of Swords is the new beginning. And I think it's more in realms of sort of your creativity. Maybe you will decide that you sort of, all the wands, they're very artistic, they're very creative people, but they're also entrepreneurial. They can actually earn money out of their sort of creativity. And you might decide that, you know, that's what I'm good at, and I'm going to sort of go ahead and implement this project now into life. And you are going to do it. It's a new beginning, new start for you, dear Aquarius. So, and here we have Four of Cups. Four of Cups is telling me about, you know, counting your blessings. Again, it's another sort of reflection time again, thinking. Don't miss the opportunities as well. There will be some opportunities sort of presented to you, maybe at work or whatever situation, maybe, you know, creating that project. Make sure you keep your eyes open and you're not going to miss any of the opportunities. So that's very sort of important message for you. Cups represents our emotions, so maybe there will be emotional offer to you if you're looking for a partner or you're in a relationship. So don't miss that opportunity of, you know, if someone will offer their love to you, they offer their affection to you, make sure that you sort of, you accept it, because that's a Spirit's message for you. That will be a very good sort of offer for you. But the offer could be on any other areas of your life. It could be a financial offer. It could be maybe you're starting this new project or whatever. So don't miss your opportunities. And the other message is count your blessings. So, you know, see what been given to you during this year, what you achieved during this year 2017. And the card on the top of it, maybe that's what you need to count your blessings for, is talking about financial issues, and you know, which is very sort of prominent during this period, because we spend so much during Christmas for the presents and everything else, food. And then over here it tells you as well, Four of Pentacles, that hold on to your money, because you might need it. It also talks about someone being not very well, and you know, maybe you need sort of that to support that person, or you are that person, someone needs to support you. So it's a card of sort of a little bit of misfortune during this period. It's either financial misfortune or health misfortune of someone, and maybe you need to be there. And that's why it tells you, count your blessings. You know, maybe you are healthy, but there's someone there needs you. So you need, if you notice she's helping, comforting this person over there, maybe you need to be there, dear Aquarius, and you know, provide that support, either financial or you know, physical support to someone who is in need, you know, physical need of you know, this support. And next to it is the Seven of Pentacles, another card of evaluation, another card of thinking. It talks. This card is it's making a decision card when we sort of put a lot of efforts into something, and this something could be our work, our business, our relationship. Whatever is significant for you, you put a lot of hard work into it. I, you know, sometimes describe this card as, you know, planting the seed, watering that plant, you know, watching it grow, you know, putting a lot of hard work into, you know, and then the fruits of the fruits are ready on this tree, and you're collecting your, getting the results of your hard work, and it's time of assessment and deciding. So what do I do next? Do I persevere? Are the results of that hard labor are enough and satisfying? Are they sort of, is that the results of this hard work are worth all this investment I've done? Or shall I just start something new? And I think you might actually start something new having that Ace of Swords there, or you might do things in parallel, you never know. The creative projects can be done in a parallel with your main work as well. And here, over here, you will deciding, what do I do? Do I just sort of persevere with the same project and see what's, next year will brings me? What's the result of my hard work? What the yield will be of this project next? Or should I just change and just go completely different, do something completely differently? And underneath this card, I've got the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is some sharp energy. It's the Spirit tells you, just go for it. If you decided to change, that it's, the yield of this hard work was not satisfactory to you, you put too much hard work and so little return, then just go for it. If you decided to change, just go for it. It's a sharp energy over there. It's just, it's a card of courage. It's a card of fast movement. Maybe it is a time for you just to change and go for it with your decision, whatever decision you will make, the Aquarius. And then I've got the Four of Swords. It's similar card to the Hermit. It again tells you that it's time for you to take some time off for yourself, or for your personal health. It could be your health we're talking here, because it tells you here just to take some time off, meditate, just literally maybe take some time off, go on holiday, or just sort of rest. That's what you needed, because obviously you worked really hard during the year. There's a lot going on for you, the Aquarius, and it's time for you to have, maybe during this festive period, take some couple of days off and spend them, for yourself, spend for your own health, for your own benefits, for your own well-being. But Swords, it's all Swords, it's all about air sign, which is you, Aquarius, air sign, and it also tells you about peace of mind, because Swords represents our mental capacity, mental activity. So you have that peace of mind, the Aquarius. And, maybe there's a lot of videos on a YouTube channel about guided meditation, where it helps us to distress, helps us sleep, deal with anxiety and any other mental sort of issues we have. We all carry some these or other sort of mental issues, stress, anxiety, low self-esteem, confidence issues and stuff like that. So if that's what is significant for you, if you need it, maybe just meditate. Some of them just only 30 minutes, and some of them you can listen before you go to bed, and it helps, improves your sort of sleep qualities as well, the Aquarius. And again, the same card which I was discussing earlier on, when it was I was saying about that either financial misfortune or the misfortune in health. And it tells you, if we talk about finances, that you need to, it's a Four of Pentacles, card of holding really tight to what you have. And it tells you, it's a card of the misère, they call it, but I actually don't agree with this description of the card. It could be some particular person. When it comes with the reading, when it's next to some particular person, this person could be very tight with money. But most of the time, this card comes as the warning that don't overspend, keep tight. And sometimes we need it, particularly women, we tend to spend so much money. Christmas period that's the time when we spend so much. And then we sort of suffer for the rest of the year, try to recover until the next Christmas comes again. So try to be careful with your finances. Try to balance your money. Keep tight, a little bit more tighter than normal, and that this way you can go through the Christmas and the New Year. All this and come into the year 2018 on a balanced state, more sort of secure. Number 4 represents security, financial security, or at least financial balance. So balance your books, sort of type. Interesting reading for you, the Aquarius. Very unusual. I had lots of them, you're almost my last. And there was lots of different themes for different star signs. Yours is very unusual. I wanted to draw one, but I've got 2. I'm using the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. by Kylie Gray, and that's additional messages. I wanted to do one, but 2 drop-offs, which is good. And let's see, sometimes I have to admit that not always can pronounce their names of these saints. This one is easy. It's called Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So that's a message for you. Speak your truth and focus on your purpose for the future. And I think that Ace of Swords resonates with this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, new beginning, new start, new creativity. So concentrate on that, you know. And also, you know, when I was talking about go for it, about a Knight of Swords. A Knight of Swords also tells truth. He's sometimes so sharp-tongued because the energy of the Knight is not as mature as the energy of the King of Cups, King of Swords. And they sometimes can sort of be quite sharp-tongued. And you might be, maybe it's actually a good message for you, you know, tell your truth. And the hope, love, acceptance, it's very nice. That's very sort of gentle, nice message. Hope, love, acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. And I think that's what resonates with this 4 of Swords. When I was talking about guided meditation, there are actually some videos over there which is talk about how teaches us how to love ourselves, and get that inner child out of us, and how to accept ourselves. And before we learn how we can love ourselves, we can't manifest it to people who are around us. We can't sort of ask for for being respected, for being treated properly, because we need to love ourselves first before people start actually treating us with love and affection as well. So here we are. That's important messages to you, dear Aquarius. I hope it resonated with you. It might not resonate to all of you, but if it does, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. And for private readings, please contact me. My email address over here. You can contact me through my Facebook page or through my web page. All the prices for the readings and what type of readings I'm doing are on my web page. And otherwise, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to you, dear Aquarius, and I'll see you in January. Thank you very much. Bye.